Alpha.
Hey,
Alpha now. Fine boy, Kunle. See fine girl.
Right timing.
What's that?
Hello, Oga Kunle. Big Mr. Kunle. Good
How
day,
you
sir.
doing?
We bam.
Good
Small
day to
Kunle.
you. Alpha.
Don't be your fault. Don't be your fault. You say that small Kunle.
Hello, boy. See haircuts now. See
Yes,
now, fine boy. Now we got to give him, you know.
it's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like
It's
that.
good to be online, sir.
Yeah, well,
Like
let
this.
me first, I've told our people that, for me, my relationship with you guys not be actor, producer, kind of thing. This one, inside, corpus, something. So, guys out there, like I said, it's really good to have my people here. Last year, was it last year? Yeah, we happened to work together on a project, and I think that's one of the best things that happened to people's screen, through Netflix. Let's clap for ourselves. Nigerian Christmas, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm so. Look, I must say that it was really, really, it was a pleasure working with you guys on that project. And also, even Netflix confirmed that, that was their best, content, that period. And I think up to date, if they go search, I think that's still the most watched film on Netflix from Nigeria so far. So if nobody's praising us, we will praise ourselves. We try.
Yes,
Okay. So, well, first of all, before I go into the kidney, let me give you guys the opportunity to say hello to people, and all of that. So I'll start with ladies first, with the Queen Linda. So just, of course they know you, but just tell them small something,
All right, everyone. It's good to be here live, and it's good to finally have this moment. My name is Linda Osifo, and I am the Melanin Goddess, aka Lao. That's it, sir. That's all. That's all.
Wow, shitty, oh loud. Mr. Fine Boy, James Bond. Kule, before you talk, I was watching Bond 2 Kinikonto, the recent one on the plane a few days ago, and I was saying to myself, Kule can actually play the Black Bond, because, and I said it during the MPZA with that accord and all of that. So maybe we're getting there. We never get
We're getting there. We're getting there. Action local.
Oh yeah,
What's going on, people? My name is Kunle Remi. Finally, we're doing this. This is the third time we've tried to do this because Baba is always traveling or life just happens.
Hello, right here.
Okay, last time I and Linda were on set, so we couldn't meet up. We were on the same set coincidentally, so we couldn't come online. But finally, we are here. Wherever this meets us, we are here and we're doing this today. So, yeah. Linda says she's the melanin goddess. I'm just going to say I'm the half human, full screen god, babies. You know what I'm saying? Saro, aka and Nicolacqua in the building. Let's just go straight to the point.
Well, thank you guys. Honestly, for me, the reason for this is nothing but to just, most of the time, we only post, stills and video of us working. It's work. In fact, everything on Kunle's page is tied to work, money making. People hardly see us, just get natural. Except once in a while when we're drinking together, that one, that's like part of the, getting natural. So I'm going to ask us a few questions, ranging from, of course, stuff we've done together and things we haven't done together, things, some of our philosophies, ideology, and what we think about the industry, and so it's just gonna be random questions. So I'm gonna start with the queen, with Linda.
Sir, you can start with the king this time. Go ahead with the king.
Okay, oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so she don't agree now. Say na kings get them. So okay,
So.
let me
It's
start.
a man's world.
My
Let's
king.
go.
Say this king though they carry last. So yeah, Trump around. Yeah, Kunle, now you and I, we've done 2 films together. As a matter of
Such a
fact, of
privilege, a
course,
great
for
honor.
me too, I can't wait for Anikulapo to be released. It's such a privilege working with you on that project. Now, for me, let me start with, before you take a script, what are those things you consider? What inform, why you want to take script? Is it money? Is it do you just, if the money is good and the script is shitty, do you take it? If the script, just tell us. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by talking from before and now.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer these questions in 2 ways. So before, I would take any script, or I would take most scripts that go with my morals or my discipline. I would take most scripts based on the fact that I'm trying to prove myself. I'm trying to prove a point, right? And while I was doing that, I got stuck in a loop of looking the same way every time in every script. So it was a struggle for me. I mean, so now crossing over for me, or maturing to a point where you send me a script and the first thing I'm looking out for is who is the character I'm about to play? Will I see myself in this character? If I'm going to see myself in this character, I think it's very easy. If I'm not going to see myself in this character, then it seems like it's work for me. So now I'm interested in the work, because this is not Kunle. This is not close to Kunle. Another important thing I've come to understand or come to look out for is so for example, I'll say, for example, let me use Anikulapo because we worked on that. That's my most recent project. One of the reasons why I, apart from the fact that I'm going to use it as my benchmark, Anikulapo first is a language film. I've done 1 or 2 things in Yoruba, but the diluted Yoruba, the Lagos Yoruba. Then I get the script that says, I'm not speaking the Lagos Yoruba. I'm speaking Yoruba, like the proper deep Yoruba, which I do not speak normally. Now, I'm thinking of getting a coach. I'm thinking of, how do I get into this? My brain is already getting to work just by understanding that this script is not normal. This is not the regular, easy peasy English. So I got the English version, and the next thing, the director says, I'm sending you the Yoruba one, so drop the English one. So I have to read the Yoruba one first. Now your brain, reading from your brain and saying it out is 2 different things. So my brain can articulate these things, but I can't say it. I can't, really get to pronouncing those words or getting those words right immediately. I have to keep trying. So that was a challenge for me. So already the first thing the script on getting it was challenging me already. I think that's the first thing I look forward to now. How challenging is this thing I'm about to read? Then I now go back and look at the passion of the person that is doing the script, the director. His passion is 100%. If I can feel 100% from you as my director, Baba, I'm going to take your script, because first and foremost, that's what I want. I want to work with people that are ready to break me, that are ready to make me be shocked at my own delivery, because I can read something and come there and just be like, and perform to my level of understanding or my choice. But then again, there's a difference when you meet someone that already has a picture that has already planned to break you and shatter you, and and make you better or make you different from who you were from the moment you read the script to who you are performing, the script and the project. So it takes way more than money for me, because but money is, I feel money is like a tag to a shirt, to a brand. It's like Zara to a shirt. It's always going to be the money, as long as you're really good, as long as you're good at what you do, as long as you are. But first of all, are you going to deliver? Because money will come for you. Of course, there's a lot of you can't pursue money and literally get it. Money, I think money is money lacko. Money likes to come to you. You can't be the one pursuing money, right? And then this is a career, not just business. It's you can't put money first before the career. If I'm just doing any other thing that's random, playing around, if I'm influencing, Linda is queen in that, she has that world figured out, influencing, all of that, money will come. I mean, but this is a career. This is something that impacts people. This is something that changes the lives of people, that changes your life. I don't think I would never put money first before that, even though I would like to be secure while doing this, but there is way more to it. It's the passion of my director, the challenging content of the story of the project I'm meant to do, that moves me to accept a role. Absolutely.
All right, thank you very much.
Well said, Mike.
you.
Mike, I think that was an A+. That you need me to add it. I've said everything.
No, yeah, let's go to the queen. So, I mean, of course, there might be one or two things you'd like to add.
Well, good evening again to everyone. Kunle did say a lot of important factors and a lot of important key points. And I love that he started off by breaking it down into two phases, because I believe every actor and every talent has the beginning phase, of course, and then the growing phase, or rather a phase where you have growth and you understand what you're doing. At first, for my first phase, which is the beginning stage, I did not know what money is. It is more of, let me prove my talent to you. I beg, give me audition to audition, let me show you do this character. So when you get opportunities, you don't look at money as a factor at all, because once again, money will come to you. And when you now come into the second phase, which is and also growing, you now have become so deliberate and very intentional about everything. And of course, that's where I would love to be at. That's where I am. I'm deliberate about everything. And I always like to say this statement, and I would like to say it to every upcoming actor. You can do a bad film. It is the same energy, the same effort, the same stress, the same hours it would take you to read, the same period it would take you to shoot, that it would also be to do a good film. So why not just put all the energy into doing something that is good and worth it? So
Absolutely.
I always if you live in Nigeria, you will not say Lagos noisy, okay? So
tell them, please tell me about it.
So at the end of the day, when you are passionate about what you are doing and you know the strength and the force it has to take from inside of you to bring it out, you usually should not waste it doing something that is not meaningful. And of course, every talent, I can only speak from the talent perspective, Mr. Kunle. Every talent has this dream and passion and inspiration and aspire to do something different, something that they did not imagine they could do. Of course, that's my dream. I want to know that, wow, Linda, you did this. And I realized something in that, sir. Every talent is possible of achieving such. Of course, it's that extra curriculums, it's that extra activities, like making sure the production is in place, making sure the director has the same passion for the project, making sure that everything is together. That's when you know that, wow, so it was in me. It's not me. I'm not the problem. I am able to achieve it. So when you know you're able to achieve greatness, it makes everything so much easier. And money becomes the least of the problem because it's all about greatness. And it should be all about greatness. That's
Correct. Nice. Thank you, guys. I mean, I completely agree with the submissions. I just also would like to add that, I mean, for me, of course, I'm also an actor, and sometimes, if anything comes, to my table, the first thing I ask, I mean, if I'm familiar with the director's work, then of course there would have been some level of confidence, from the beginning. And then I'll ask, okay, so who else is playing this, or who else is, acting that? Because it's also key that, those that you are playing with, you guys can match up. Is either you're gonna have to feed off them or they're gonna feed off you, but at least there has to be feeding from both sides, so that's also very key. Yeah. And I remember one time I was saying to people that every time we have conversation, I would say, look, as an actor, two things for me. Sometimes I look at project, and this I'm being sincere, I'll look at some project, and if I'm not really sold, on the script, and maybe I'm not really, and the money is good, and if pocket dry small, I just, okay, well, the money good, man, I just take care, man. It's one of those things. I just, but exactly. But on the other end, so is either so I always call it, is it that money or mileage? If I feel, the film is gonna give me mileage, and maybe the budget is not all that, but I see substance, I see mileage, I see all of that, then I'll go for it, even if the fee or whatever is not great. So is either money, so I call it, is either money or mileage. For me, that's the simplest way to put it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. So okay, so let's I want to go a bit into, education, and for me, education is not just, I go school, I study something, and then that is why my life is what it is today. No, education, can be described as, you feeding off information, through different means and sources, either formal or informal. And it's the same thing applies to our industry. If you, and I'm going to take it first from, let's say, crew, the crew guys, there are loads of crew guys who work in some department, like grip, even like sound, and quite a number who really don't have formal education. And, they train and they, and all of that. But there's always something missing, and that I've especially if you're only feeding off people in just one. Let's say you're of course you're in Nigeria, operating in Nigeria, and then maybe they invite you to one, which is the typical thing that happens. They will invite you to one set to come and be assistant to somebody. Then the person will be sick. They will say, usually you've been following. Oh, yeah, carry the broom. And then you carry broom one time, then, on the third project, you say, you can now run the
professional sound guy
recorder. They will now say, hey, so, we do that a lot. But I feel that if there is opportunity to, like, maybe have that, then add more, maybe like you have opportunity to study, whether online, whether physical, whether home, whether abroad. There is always, that advantage that you have. For me, I started as an actor. I mean, I was working in the bank, then started as an actor in 1998. But in 2004, I left, and I've done a few films as an actor. I could have stayed and said, maybe now I'm an actor, let me just continue. And since I've acted before, I think I can become a filmmaker just like that. But there was not that there was an opportunity. I was determined to learn more, and then I decided I was going to go to film school, and I did, and I resigned from the job, and I came back. And look, I'm not going to say what I learned in the film school 100% is what has gotten me to where I am, but I'll say what I learned has really helped in shaping, my thinking, and then, helping me to blend that to what is obtainable here. So, Linda, I'm going to ask you,
Okay, sir.
what is your take when it comes to education plus talent? Some of us are blessed, we're blessed with talent, and some people even have grace with the talent. So if you have talent and you have grace, sometimes you'll be like, look, I don't even need school. But I can tell you that I've worked with a lot of people who really studied, this thing, and when they're on set, I could see the difference, in their, the deliveries, and all of that. So, what is your take on people going to school to learn with either acting or even being a member of the
In the
crew
form
and
of
all of that?
art. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I will start off by saying education overall generally is very important.
Yeah.
It's very important to educate yourself, to get yourself
Mm.
exposed intellectually as possible.
Mm.
I will start off as a example for me. I studied
Mm.
psychology. I graduated with a psychology degree. It's totally opposite from what my reality is. But in the middle of sorry, but
Yeah.
while I was in school, I took a few courses in arts, and
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I enjoyed it a whole lot more, of course. And I got to understood that I got very, very good grades when it
Mm-hmm.
came to my art courses. The little that I was able to learn during that period gave me a huge self-esteem, because you need to learn how to speak in front of crowd. You need to learn how to be free. You need to learn how not to be reserved. And I sometimes wish I was able to learn more. And I do see the difference in those who were able to commit full time in that education. There's detail, there is intentional understanding, and you cannot beat that at all. Talent is very, very important. However, there are principles and philosophies that you only get through, and that is you teaching and reading. And when we speak of education, it doesn't have to be you just going to school. You can educate yourself. You can read. You can buy lots of books. You can buy books about film, about acting, about anything in the arts form, and you can educate yourself and learn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Insightful submission. Kunle, did you get a question?
Yes, I got the question.
Is talent
I
enough?
did.
That's simply it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the questions. And I'm talent is never enough. Is never enough. So I've always said things like so I started off school with agricultural science, fisheries and wildlife management in the University of Ibadan. I defined that at the point. I went to Unilag. No, I didn't even resume in Unilag. I did jam because I wanted to get close to theater arts. So the setup for me in UI was now automatic was what is Greek idea while it crossed the theater arts. I thought it was true. I did the agree. When it was time to cross, they said, did you do literature? I said no. They said only cross now. So if it told me to start. I kept at this until I had a chance to go to the New York Film Academy, where I did acting for film. Then I went back again and I did filmmaking. I didn't do all these things. I didn't do filmmaking. I didn't go to study it because I wanted to. I just wanted to. I did it because I know there is the talent. I know I have what I need. If you say, God bless us again with, you know, looks. So some of these things can get you into the room, but
Fine
but
boy.
well, sir,
Fine
okay,
boy.
I say, sir, Ugoni.
Okay.
Some of these things can get you. You see, the looks will get you into the room. The presence, all those kind of things will get you into the room. But what will make them offer you a seat in the room is your education.
Mm.
So like you can walk into this door and say, but boy, I'm fine. Who is this guy? I mean, it's you look, your appearance is good, you dress well, but what's your education? What what value do you bring aside from the look or the talent? Someone won't act, but there is a like Linda said, there are principles, there are guidelines, there are things their education bottom line is important. And I've always said that a lot of filmmakers, I have people that come to my page and say, "Oh, Kunle, I want to be an actor." Sometimes it's not just you being an actor. There are
Mm.
so many fields in
Yeah.
filmmaking that you can train in. And if you look at some of the greatest filmmakers, they'll tell you, "Oh, I started as an actor, but what am I now? I'm a director. Now I'm the best sound engineer. Now I'm this," because there is so much knowledge and there is so much aspect. This filmmaking is so broad that you can't just focus your energy at acting, maybe because of the fame it brings.
Mm.
But then there's so much skill that you can learn within filmmaking. There's so much opportunities, so many opportunities out there. YouTube is a school on its own, right? Google is a school on its own, because you can literally, photographers learn stuff online. I know a very great photographer that all he didn't even have any formal, he didn't have money to train himself, but everything he's learned, he made money to the point where he could buy master classes online. He could buy all those kind of, I have a master class I follow online. So when I was in the office last time, Mr. K, I was asking you about, and I said it jokingly that I want to sign up for the master class that Cap Hub is doing. Not because I will sign up as, as Kunle, and sign up and actually, and it says it's online. I say, thank God I can be anywhere in the world and still
Yeah.
be in class. It's never enough, and there's no level of education. There are people that you see them getting masters and PhD and getting more and more and more. It's because they want to know more. You want to be the best in the room. You want to be great at what you do, because you understand that talent is never enough. There's a level where talent will take you to, and like you said, there's grace, of course. We don't take that for granted. But education is major key, and understanding what to even study and read and going in the direction of it is major key. So it's not just education, right? There's school, there's uni, there's everything. I'm not using biology at the moment, apart from teaching younger ones or anything I need to do with it. I'm not. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know I would need. If I knew I would need Yoruba for Anigola when I was in school, I'd have gotten A1 Yoruba. I'd have passed 30. I'd have paid more attention. So you never really know the value of the education or the things you've gone through, which is why I would always encourage every young person, never drop out of school because you want to become an influencer or whatnot. Make sure you go through that process. You will need it.
Yes.
You will need it. And then whatever skill, see you now, Baba, you were working in the bank, and then later you said, you wanted to do filmmaking, which you already had a filmmaking background. Your dad is a legend. You could have just stayed there and said, no, now you understand the intricacies of all this in our theater and shows. But no, you went on to film school because there are people that have done these things that are impacting knowledge almost for free, or you can get close to people that know these things. Even sitting with veterans for me is education. I'm sitting with a Bimbo Manuel. I'm listening to them. I'm sitting with a Norbert Young. I'm listening. These are thespians. I'm listening to them. And the first thing they will tell you is read, go and study. They will never tell you that. They will always advise you to study and read and connect to a world where you can have more knowledge about your skill or your talent. So every talent's bottom line needs to be polished and sharpened. It's going to remain blunt if you don't do that, if you don't add education to it.
Fantastic. Thank you. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Kunle,
Well
for
said,
that.
my king. Well said. Well said.
Whatever.
Okay, so on that note, let me just quickly enlighten our people a little bit about what we are doing in terms of education. So we have Cap Film and Television Academy. You can check it out on Instagram and on Facebook. And currently we are running two programs. We're running a post-production program that is um, where we have partners like Netflix and University of Southern California. And the first set of students who did who studied editing just graduated, and currently we have a new set of students who are studying sound for film, and they are currently in class. But the most interesting one is the one that is starting end of this June, and it is 12 weeks course in filmmaking, and we're going to be teaching 8 subjects, from cinematography to script writing to producing to like production design, business of film, everything you need to start, or to understand, start understanding what filmmaking is about. The only thing we're not doing now is acting, but everything to get you started as a filmmaker, you can get it. Now, the interesting part is this is coming like free of charge. All right?
Hey,
Free
also free.
of
Hey,
charge.
hey.
So, and for me, I'm very worried because, we've been advertising this thing and ASU is on strike. So I wonder what a lot of students who are sitting at home are doing. Now, for this course is e-learning. A lot of people will send a message saying, oh, I would have loved to apply, but there's no money. Have you even gone on the site to check if they have asked you to pay or not? That's the thing. So we are going to be teaching, or we're going to be taking on about 300,000 people within 3 years. Now you have between now and 15th of this month to register for this e-learning, and some people will be lucky if we read their details and we realize that they can't afford to even pay. For those that will pay, this cost is just 25,000, which you people use to buy data and all of that. But this 25,000 will allow you, in fact, you're going to have the best of teachers. First of all, there is a 10 episodes of new season of the Film Master Class with Kunle Friends. That is the first thing they're going to experience on the app. We have built an app for the school. So the app is where students will be doing their studies, because that means you can do it from anywhere, you are in Nigeria. We want to encourage applications from Nigeria. So anywhere in Nigeria. And then as we speak, we have about 12,000 tabs like iPad that we're going to give out to students, who qualify under the low income earning category. And also, we're going to also give them data to even use to run the courses from start to finish. I don't think, it can be better. This is courtesy MasterCard Foundation. It's a partnership with MasterCard Foundation. So you're going to be studying cinematography, sound, editing, production design, producing, script writing, makeup, all of those things are all embedded in this, in this course. So if you want to register, just go to CAP Film and Television Academy.com, or if you check my page, you'll see that even the CAP page is already writing how you can, check it out. It's free. I think for me, education is so important, just like Kunle and Linda rightly mentioned, because if I didn't consider that, I could have stayed and enjoyed the free publicity of being a son of Ade Love, and then I'll be doing those cheap films here and there. But I saw the need to upgrade. And every day, I still educate myself. Every day, Tunde Kalani and I will sit and we'll go online, and then we talk about different things and, how technology has evolved and, and all of that. So this is education coming free to everybody. Now, you have to be age 18 to 35, to qualify, between age 13. So we're targeting the youth, especially women. So you women, if you're in the university or waiting to enter university and all of that, and ASU is on strike, this is the time just go and register. Go to CAP Film and Television Academy and register. And, you know, you have the opportunity of learning how to be one of the best filmmakers in the world. Now,
Well
let's come
done.
back to let's come back to
Hey,
our own world, our world, where we're
Wow,
also
that's
learning.
amazing, Mr.
see
Kunle.
Osho
Congratulations.
free. Hey, God. Do you know,
It's
Baba, do you
also
know what I
free.
paid?
Oh.
This cost you, do you know what I paid in dollars?
I
Hey, God.
know.
This
I
is cheating.
know. Even when I went to study, when I went to New York Film Academy, you know, in London,
Hey.
what we're giving now is way more than what I studied, you know, and
Wow.
technology has really helped. You know, you're getting free tab, customized tab, you're getting data to run education free,
Ah.
and then you won't pay again. You know, for me, I think it's no
Mr.
brainer.
Is it?
Yes, darling.
I hope we are eligible. Specifically for me, 18 to
For you,
36
as a
years
matter
old.
of fact, I was waiting for. I'm looking forward to having actors, or you know, because even as an actor, some of these things. I mean, you can't. No knowledge is lost, because it also helps you to because someday you want to be a producer and all of that. And for you guys too, is free. We are partners now, friends. So we'll just register you guys, and then you join class. But we won't give you tab. The tab is for less privileged. You
It's
people,
okay,
you have
sir.
money.
It's
You
okay,
use
sir.
it. You do it on your computer.
Is
No
the tab
problem,
is the
sir.
tab with the data I want? Is that tab and data?
Kunle,
Yeah.
Kunle, we are live. Oh, behave yourself.
No mind now. So guys, you know, you're encouraged to go and register. Now, Linda, tell me
Yes,
what
sir.
after the release of Nigerian Christmas. Um, of course, when you agreed to be part of the project, of course, you had expectations, you know, and all of that, and the film came out. Did everything, you know, sum up, you know, I mean, like your expectations, and you know what was it for you? Was it oh, I'm glad I did it, or was it, oh, I thought, okay, it would be more, or was it, so what was it? Don't think because I'm the one asking it. Just say it as it is, eh? No PR.
Of course, sir. I will say it. As it is.
Oh yeah, tell
I'm
me.
not afraid. Well, I wasn't just glad to be on it. I was very grateful to be on it. And Nigeria Christmas will forever be a project that is very deep to me, emotionally, as we all know, or as we all have different impacts that came from that.
Yeah.
It's a project that for me, when I got a so I think I should say this here. You know, Mr. Kunle, when you called me for it, at that period of time, I had just got a message from an audition that I went for, and they told me they're moving into a different direction. So in other words, I did not get the role. I was so hurt and so heartbroken that day. And then you called me to read an audition for the character Vera. And of course, it was like one door closing, and then you turn to the left and another door has just opened. And at that moment, I realized this project was going to be special. And the period we were shooting in Nigeria Christmas, a lot of great things happened to me. It was also my birthday, remember? My 30th birthday. So
Yeah.
it was just all a great time. And of course, working with you for the first time was amazing. I've always wanted to work with you. And I've always wanted to work on a project that will forever be a iconic one. And that's exactly what the Nigeria Christmas is. Every Christmas, I would go on my Netflix and watch a Nigeria Christmas. Every Christmas.
Absolutely. You know, yesterday I was thinking about that, and I'm like, actually, this is a film people will refer to every Christmas, because, you know, it's like that even for October 1. I remember every October 1st, you know, TV stations and media houses are always calling to say, oh, can we show October 1 and all of that. So I think Nigeria Christmas is the first and for now the only Christmas film that, you know, we have that, you know, does not only appeal to Nigerians, but of course to the rest of the world. Yeah, Kunle, let's talk a bit about Nigerian Christmas. Before, during, after, done, what is it for you?
For me, Nigerian Christmas was the best time of my life in 2021. And it rippled into 2022. I mean, the result is still coming out there. I'm still feeling the impact. Um, I can't picture the film without picturing me in it, ever. So if you ask me, what if you didn't do Nigerian Christmas, what else would you have done that period? I don't know, nothing. Even if I had any other option, I wouldn't. And if I had seen this result and I wasn't in it, I'd have beaten myself up so bad. Like I said, I can just randomly wake up and text you tomorrow and say, Sake, God bless you. Because right from the moment of selection, somebody sent a picture to me, my friend Buffy. She sent me a message on my DM and said, I pray you get this. So I think it was the first time you outlined the actors you were looking to cast.
Yeah, looking for, yeah.
So my picture was just there in a suit, like. So she just messaged me and said, oh, I pray you get this. And I was like, oh, what's that? Kunle Friends. Oh, I didn't even know what it was. And then finally, you just messaged me and said, we're doing this. I was like, yes! So showing up and getting there, and you just letting us be with great guidance and because it's in Nigeria, and that's who you are anyways. It's Nigeria, and you allowed us explore all aspects of it. Nothing came planned, like when I get there, I'm going to be Ugo is going to be this way. No, everything happened while we were there. You created a character on the go. We gave it more life, and we enjoyed doing it. And then above all, I think the synergy with everyone on set. Ajike, there's Vera, there's Effa. There was just a bond, and bless my mother's soul, rest in peace. It was just a beautiful bond, a moment to experience. This is like Linda said, this is forever and ever going to be the best Christmas film for me. Except we do a part 2 or we do a future where we're all 72 years old. But it's going to be the best. It's going to be, now I have more reasons to celebrate Christmas for the rest of my life. My kids will have it. My family has it. Because it wasn't just for us, it was global. So a lot of people got to experience our culture, our moods. We had beautiful music. Baba, it's just a total experience.
You're going to make me cry.
I can never trade for anything. I can never trade it for anything. You know, when you hear mushin, you think, oh, it's a dangerous place, it's going to be this. We were literally comfortable being in mushin. You don't understand. I ate the buka. We ate catfish. We literally lived and walked. We had that Sexy Mama 101, Linda, right in it just, it was, and that's how that's the thing. So after filming Nigerian Christmas, it became very difficult for me to accept other jobs, not because I felt like I've arrived, but because I felt like if I'm not going to get so much satisfaction and joy and respect from a project that values my talent and appreciates it and wants to see it grow, then it's going to be difficult for me to work with any other person, because I literally I was pushed, I was stretched, I was so much. There's so much value. Then you don't want me to now go and do one film that does not even send me. Not send me in the way like Yakune, send you as per details, making your own projects look good. Not even for me, for yourself. It's very hard to just want to do any other thing that doesn't value you or even the project itself. It becomes, I think that's the only setup that Jack Christmas did for me. I'm like, oh my god, what's your passion? Yeah. And it's a good thing, anyways. At the end of the day, it's not a bad thing. Yeah.
And it's a dangerous thing too.
Yeah, it is. But yeah.
Well,
honestly,
I mean, really,
Sake.
it's for me is one of the. It was a very touching film for me, because at first when Netflix, brought the idea, I wasn't gonna do it because at that time I was planning to do a Nicolakbo, and then they said, we know you're busy, but this is a film we'd like to release in Christmas. You don't have time. You have just about 6 months. Is this something you can pull off? And with all the a lot of, and this is the emotional part for me, and I'm sure it is for you guys too. When we lost Auntie Rachel, a lot of people really
Mm.
don't, actually, they don't know the story, and I'll just share a bit of light on it here. See, we were like 5 days to wrap, and then we filmed the end scene, where we had the Christmas party and where the film, ended. And then she wasn't feeling well. And we had to break the next day. And the next day she called me and she said, I called her and I said, Auntie, how are you? I'm on my way to you. She said, Kunle, I'm meeting. Yeah, maybe no, I know that I couldn't finish all the scenes. And maybe know that I was not feeling well. It was just, my medicine and blah, blah, and that, but I'm well now. I said, are you sure? I said, we can always move things and we can always, she said, no, 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 I'm fine. And then the next day, the night of the next day, I was called and informed that, she's been taken to the hospital. And in the hospital, I spoke to her and she said, no, 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 that she had to do the normal routine. Linda, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She had to do the normal routine and stuff. And that night, the next day, we heard we lost her. Now, look at it from this point. She has about 4 days shoot, quite a number of scenes to do. And she was gone. And that first threw all of us, we were not sure of what to do. We were just crying, and we abandoned. We decided to stop filming, and we stopped the project because one is so. I mean, and this is not about the film really, but this is about the fact that we have created Linda. It's painful, and I understand. We've created a sort of family, and
Yeah.
we were all looking forward to doing this film. In fact, a lot of nights, if you check the videos, we're always posting. There was a night we were all in the RV, me, Kunle, and all of that. And she
Yes. I
was
have all those
eating, and we
videos.
were all dancing,
I have
and
all
we
those
were,
videos.
happy moment. And then she was gone. So first, as a director, as producer, as everything, what could you do? So we had to go back to the drawing. We left the project for like a month. Then we went back to the drawing to say, how do we salvage the story? Because most of our scenes are still key, and we had to rewrite the story and all of that. And we still managed to pull it off. And I'm glad that at the end of the day, and also by the time we finished, I insisted and I told Netflix that, look, for me, my joy will be that the film is dedicated to her. And that is why, if from the beginning of the film, when you put it on, the first thing you see that to the memory of, and all of that. And we all will miss her, but of course she's done her bit. We're all gonna go, but of course it's more about what is being said about you after you're gone. So we thank God that she lived, a very good life, a fulfilled life. She is impacted. Our name will be, in our memories forever. So that's actually like what happened. And Linda, I mean, I know she's close to all of them, everyone, and I'm sure it's more painful because there are quite a number of scenes that Linda and the rest, I had to do with her that, we, and,
Yeah.
but anyways, we're still here. We thank God. We thank God. Let's move
I'm just
on.
glad that
Linda, do you
it was.
want
I'm
whiskey?
glad
I
that
can pass you
like
whiskey from here so that, Kunle?
I'm glad that if anything, she signed out with an amazing film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
Right.
prayer I
yeah,
want. Yeah, that's the prayer I want as an actor. That whatever, when I'm checking out, let me check out with a bang, and that
yeah,
was a bang. It was
That's so
beautiful.
right.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
beautiful.
True, true. May the Lord
Yeah, you
spare
were saying
the
whiskey.
life of the rest of
Amen.
us. Well, she's
Amen.
here with us.
Amen.
I'm sure she's seen everything and
Absolutely.
she's happy. Now let me quickly, so that we'll be wrapping up now, but let's quickly talk about where do you see this industry now from an actor's point of view? I know that, and this is a bit. Let me throw it open. In the U.S. And some of these developed countries, they have agencies, and before you can reach out to actors, to pitch ideas, you go through their talent agents,
Amen.
and all of that.
Mm,
In Nigeria, of course, these days we have some agents as well, and
mm,
I knew some agencies that started, a while back, trying to represent some actors, but in Nigeria is neither here nor there, because of the kind of relationship that, or rather, the kind of structure on which this industry, is set up and is built,
mm.
But for you, do you think it? Do you think we should deal strictly, or rather, the industry should be set up in a way where, you have to go through agents, to reach out to the talent, or you think there should be some sort of flexibility? I'll take Linda first.
Well, to start off with, sir, I I have seen a different side of how things work, and I
Mm,
understand that there's always alternative, and there are better alternative. That one is guaranteed. When it comes to the agents, if you're looking into the North American aspect of talents, to get to a talent, you have to reach out to the agent. There are agencies because these are, these individuals, they're professional. It's what they do for a living. It's who they are. It's not just I beg now. I get one film where I want you, can't help me, go. It's not just that. And there are rules that should also be abided to when you want to seek those talents. And
mm,
that's the job of the agent. Those are the responsibilities for the agent to get them done.
mm,
When it comes to this side, it's different.
mm,
Um, I think when it's done in this form that we have, which is just actor to director, actor to producer, um,
mm-hmm.
it does downgrade the talent a bit. That's how I
Yeah.
see it. Because there should always be a thin line between professionalism and just please come and help me shoot. I'm working, I'm doing something. There should always be that thin line. And if you want
Mm,
something done professionally, you should do it professionally from start to finish. The moment you decide
yeah.
to cut halfway, that's when you're almost jeopardizing your work. That's when you would have actors
Mm,
who won't so much value your project and say, well, I've helped, I have done my part. That's, the rest is none of my business. And you don't want to have that. You want it to be professionally done. If we do if we do grow into that culture, I know it will be very good. It will help a lot of individuals, and it will
mm,
also, in the terms of legal form, it will also protect talent
mm,
because there's no protection for talent over here legally. There's no one who's protecting them, and
mm,
you work for years, for 10 years, 20 years, and there's no legal protection. There's no one who can actually pull up a contract and abide in
mm.
your position as an individual, and it's not good.
Okay. I completely agree with your point, and structure really do help, but also relationship, plays key role. And I'll reference something I saw on TV a while back, but let me take Kunle's submission before then. So Kunle, what's your take?
So first, I agree with Linda completely. She has major points. So recently, I read from not read, I watched a video online from a veteran, one of his older actors that we saw in Asaba, and he said something about his daughter was asking him how much does he earn, how much has he made, or how much does he had for a film. Or I think he was saying like 15K or 20K was too much or was small or what he earned. And it's not like, oh, and then, but he has films that have millions of views on YouTube. And it says, oh, all those films that he did then, it was a friend that would just say, come help me do this thing and give him maybe some small change. Come help me do this thing, give him something small. Now, the guy was sick, and there was nothing. He had literally there was nothing for him to fall back to. Um, I think that's because we've lacked and lived without structure, and we've embraced it. So even newbies or new people coming into the system do not know how to go about these things. I and Linda can say differently now because we have exposure. We can talk. Even the director, I won't be surprised if you have one agency, someone that is standing. You can't just reach a Kunle Friends because he's a legend. He's a talent, and because like Linda said, we need to be protected. If it's for love of talent, Baba, we can do this thing for free because we want to do it. That's why she's not practicing what she studied in school. That's why I'm not in a different field. I can do this thing for free, but this is all we've got to do. This is what we've put our energy into. We need protection. We need to even push agencies or push management to my friends in the industry because we built this friendship and then you call me and I say, look, first and foremost, I've gotten to a point where I do not own my dates. I can give you a date and mess you up tomorrow because there is a management, there's someone that organizes for me, that helps me because I want to help you, I want to be part of your project, but then again, I'm not trying to, if it's my friend, I know go chop, I know go deal right. I will have nothing to fall back to. If I'm your friend, relationship, protect me. So if Sake says, I'm going to shoot film, we're shooting this film, we've already spoken about it. I'm going to tell my rep because my rep is going to talk to your people and organize everything. Our relationship has already covered that part of we're going to do this project. But can I be protected so I do not, cost you downtime, affect you, give you, not be able to come through for you because I promised you my word and I'm committed to other things. And the busier we get or the bigger we get, you would understand the importance of representation. It is important. It is super important. If you're starting small, I think the earlier you start, the moment you start to work, you need to understand that if we had a structure, if the industry had a structure, it would have been better. And I think we are not going to stop, asking or securing or fighting for that structure because it has to happen at some point. We have a lot of advocates for it. There are a couple of unions that are springing up, but it has to be a general thing that we all accept because at the end of the day, Baba, some people go to chop, some people no go chop. And that is not the way it should be. We can't wait. There's more of being used than being served, right? There's more using than being served. And it's tit for tat. Everybody should be able to eat. Yeah, absolutely. So I think if I want to be protected as an actor, as a filmmaker, I want to be protected because I will give my 100% on your project.
Yes.
We will make money, we will all thrive, we will all fly, but can I be protected?
Yeah.
Can the crew
Great.
members, the smallest crew member, can he be protected? So you see, actor, we can get money somehow, some way, but you see the crew guy, can they be protected? That's where we need a structure. Absolutely.
I completely agree. I completely agree with you guys. This is
well said, my king.
this is something
Merci, my
I've
queen.
always preached, even before now, and if you ask people who have worked with us, it's difficult for you to work with us without contracts, because everybody must be protected. I said I was going to say there was an interview of Ali Berry that I saw when she when she did the Bond film, because sometimes I wonder here, some people after doing 2 films, they get too big and then they'll say, oh, you can't reach me. You have to go and talk to 4, 5, 6 people. And then they'll say, no, okay, you have to wait for producers or director to come to you first and all of, so that you're not presented cheap and all of that. Look, I saw that interview, Ali Berry. In that interview, Ali Berry said they were asking her about Bond and her experience, and she went on, and later she said, look, if they call me, if I'm invited or privileged to, be invited to be part of it again, I will let down my guard and not negotiate, meaning I'll be willing to even do it for free because I love the project so much. That is pure PR. She's not, of course, she won't do it free, but she's simply saying, please, I love you guys, come to me. Some of these agents in America, Americans, they like PR a lot. It's not even pay bribe. That's why it is, but they will force you to pay tip, when you go to restaurants. So a lot of times, all the agents, even the agents of the big stars, will always call the studio to say, oh, guess what? Mr. Washington was still talking about you yesterday, and he was talking on and on about, how excited he was, the last time, and by the time they're ending it, they say, no, I thought you were working on a script the other time. That is the work of this, that is the work of, the agent, not to just sit and wait for people to call them to say, I want to work with Linda. I should talk to you. Oh, I want to. Kunle Remi said, oh, you are the one. No, you need to also do your job, as,
Absolutely.
and this is some of the things I like about, Tola Odunsi. I think Tola is a professional because, I haven't really worked with, his actors, but of recent, I worked with Antishola, and and we were so professional. And then he would chip in and say, these are all my actors. Or, when do you, if you have anything, please, Kenny Cocking. And we'll just, like gentlemen. And I think that is the way to go. You know what I mean? The structure is even getting better now, because before now, it's difficult to do a project where monetization is narrowed down to, for example, if you guys have stake in the project, before now, only one person will have to handle the back end side and then share information with the rest. But now it's a bit different, because you can have a distribution company in between, and then you can have 5, 6 partners, and and then you have a lawyer, and everybody is fed from the lawyers, so you don't have to say, oh, because the person whose investment is the largest is the one that controls everything. No. You have a pool, a central point where information, is disseminated to all the other parties and all of that. So I think the industry is getting better. Of course, it's already past 7. I just want to say thank you very much, guys, for your time, for honoring, this session. Of course, Linda has been to Capop and Apepe several times. She has eaten the food.
It's so
Kunle is
lovely.
a regular. Kunle is a
Today's old school
regular
night.
here.
Today's old school night. Today's old school night.
Today is old school night too. So me, after this session now, I'm going to dance. I'm gonna dance old school with DJ Kenchelu and eating all sort of So, but honestly, this has been insightful. I've learned from you guys, and I'm sure that I've also impacted a little bit in my own way. And I look forward to us, doing, of course, by force, we're going to do stuff together. That one not be. And on a last note, one of the reasons any filmmaker, producer, or director will want to work again with an actor is if there's one thing called discipline. If you're an actor, who gets on a set and all you do is throw tantrum, and all you do is prove difficult, and all you do is to complain from beginning to the end, and all you do is to talk down on the crew and talk down on your colleagues and all of that, your lifespan is this short. All right. And that's what I say to people. No matter how talented you are, if you have bad attitude, you're not going to go far. All right. But if your talent is not even that big and you have good behavior, omoluabi, and you go somewhere people want to have you around, that will allow that, people will want to encourage you and people will want to keep you close, and you get to learn more and you get to do a lot of job. So my own last note will be that, if you're whatever field you find yourself, be as humble. I'm not saying be mumu, but be as humble as possible. And also, don't look down on people. Don't talk down on people. Be disciplined. That is just the word, discipline, and this will guide you. So Linda, I want you to say something, to wrap this up, and Kunle say something, and then we call it a night, so I can go and dance.
It's been such an honor. Thank you so much, Oga Kunle. It's always great having such moments with you. I do not take these moments for granted. So, Kunle, oh my king, young Kunle. It's nice having you here, and it's such an honor having everybody here and having everyone listen to us tonight. So that's it.
Thank you, darling.
Thank
Kunle?
you, sir.
All right, thank you, sir, for having me here. This has been very insightful and inspiring and educative, and I hope that everybody that follows me is really tuned in here to listen, because all the questions you asked me that I cannot answer you normally, we've answered them here.
Yes.
You have free knowledge. You have, look at it, you have also free. They say if I have anybody here that's been talking about being a filmmaker and is not registered before I get off this thing, there's going to be a problem, because I will never respond to you. Even my younger brother is going to have to register on this. All of you doing theater arts that are out there that also is affecting you, come on this. There is no knowledge wasted. There is so much you can gain from this. I don't know how else to preach that. Aside from that, Linda, I love you all day, every day. You know that, right? Okay. Do your things. Catch your fun.
Thanks.
Do what makes you happy, everybody. I wish I could be grooving with Cancelo right now, but don't do me. we move.
All right, guys.
So
everybody out there, please tell the world to go to Cap Film and Television Academy page, register. This is free education. All right, and you get the opportunity to. It's amazing. So go there, register. It's 12 weeks course. You can do it in your house, comfort of your home. You don't have to even move. There's no need for running for transport money and all of that. So
even at work,
go on Cap Film and Television Academy, register, and acquire knowledge. Ire.
all right.
Peace, guys. Yeah.
Zach